welcome back to the M2 podcast. I'm your host, Michael Anthony. My co-host right here is Kyle Heath, Mr. JK Heath. This is the show where we cover gaming industry related news. This week we're going to be talking about this new Retro95. It's from Maingear. It is basically like a sleeper build in terms of PC gaming. It looks like a computer from 1995. It's expensive and it's super powerful. So I want to dive into that. We're going to talk a little bit about Battlefield 6 was officially announced. Ubisoft is doing Ubisoft things by claiming that microtransactions make the game more fun. Instead of putting more content in, you have to buy it. That's cool. Nintendo is actually coming out with more, what's it called? Video game adaptations. One of them we talked about last week, Kyle, where it was a Zelda, Legend of Zelda game that's coming out. But there's also two more on the list that I just learned about today, so I'm very excited to get into those. But Kyle, how you been, dude? What's up, kitty cat? Not
Good,
you,
dude.
the cat that actually jumped up on the table. For
Dude,
those
it's
of you
crazy.
that
This timing is nuts. Like we just get started, and this man
He
just
jumps up.
knew. He just knew. He came in. And
Yeah.
he was like, "All right, you guys are starting. Let's go." So we'll see. I may have to escort him out shortly, but we'll see.
That's okay.
This
You
is
can
the
punt him.
thing. This this is the thing. I played Mass Effect 2 this past weekend
right.
and finished the video game. So
Where you put in on the ranking out of 10?
out of 10, I didn't think about this. Honestly, like, I think for me, it was a great game. I think it's a great RPG, and I see why people enjoy it so much. I hesitate just off first impression to be like straight up 10. So I'll give it honestly 9.2. I'll say something like that. It was a lot of fun.
That's pretty good.
I really enjoyed it.
It's high ranking.
Yeah,
I heard Mass Effect 2 is one of the best ones anyway. So
yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
what I've heard. I've heard it's the best out of all three. I'm only like a few hours into 3. I did have to start 3. It was one of those things I put down 2. I was like, all right, let me take care of some stuff, and then I'll come back to 3 and start it before the end of the day. So
that's cool.
So I did that. I will say going into 3, leaving 2, the shooting, I think the one thing is they definitely improved upon the shooting and the cover system and stuff from 2 to 3, but in particular the shooting. In Mass Effect 2, there's a lot of bloom. So you're just sitting there crosshair over an alien or something that's across the room, and it's you're only getting a few bullets that hit. Everything else is just all around, all over the place. But in Mass Effect 3, I'm noticing where you aim is where the bullets go for the most part. So you actually hit a lot of shots if you just stay on target. So
yeah,
that's been nice. So I've been that's one aspect of 2 to 3 where I'm okay, 3 could be the better game for me if they just, depend on how the story goes, because the shooting and stuff's nice, so we'll see. There were certainly aspects from 2 that didn't carry over to 3 that I'm a little upset about, but overall so far, I think 3's shaping out to be pretty good, so I'm excited to jump back in and play.
that's
for
sure.
Cool. Outside of that, I was trying to think if I played anything else. I know... Actually, no, I don't think I played anything else. That was it. I think I just played 2. But
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I thought I'd play something else, but didn't. So
pretty important that you were able to actually finish the game, though.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at starting games and just not finishing them.
I've been bad about that too. So I'm especially with these games, I'm all right, Kyle, you got to commit. And on those weekend days, it's that's when I had the most time to play. So that's what I'll be playing.
Oh man.
What about you though, Mike? Been grinding?
A little bit, yeah. So I'm pretty much over the hump at work. I told you about earlier, and now I had time to actually start gaming again. So a couple of things that I ended up doing is one, I played a little bit of Halo 2, old school Halo 2, OG, everything like that. A little bit of Halo 2 on the good old PC for Halo 2 Project Cartographer. That's been cool. The big game that I've been playing a lot is Mecha Break. Still into that. I think I grinded hours into that game to try to unlock all my characters. Man, there are elements of the game where now I've played it enough where I'm not over stimulated when I'm playing. There was so much crap happening on the screen that I was freaking out. It's been a battle to deal with, to decipher what's happening. It feels like I'm in the woods and I can't see anything. But then when I started playing it more and more, I started noticing more and more things where it's okay, all of this is just noise. I need to focus on a handful of things, and that's improved my experience. Just getting used to it, right? The next thing I started playing was Splitgate. No, not Splitgate. Split Fiction. I played more of that. I got further than I've ever been, which is really fun, and it's just been a good time. Like chilling out in the living room, relaxing, playing on the Xbox. It's actually like I'm not even playing that game on the Xbox. I'm using Moonlight to like on my Xbox to tunnel in and control my PC from the Xbox. So it's like I'm syncing up the Xbox controllers to the console and then playing Split Fiction from my PC. And boy, is it fun. It's been really good. It's been virtually seamless. I figured out a couple of little bandwidth tricks to where I don't need to be using my like 2K monitor. I can use just the 1080p because I have a 1080p TV in the living room. So it makes no sense to use the 2K. And yeah, having that has just been a really good experience. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got going on right now. A little bit of trying to get back in the gym grind, get back to a normal routine, stay a little bit more productive, and hopefully we'll lock in more games because I have a whole list of single player games like you're doing right now with the Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I have plenty of those types of games. When we get into Nintendo, I'm probably going to talk about how much I wish I was playing Tears of the Kingdom because
Mm.
dude, I have like the freaking Legendary and Collector's Edition. I've only played like 10 minutes. The
Yeah.
freaking intro to the game.
You know,
So,
side note, I
mhm.
saw there was a Dexerto, I think, was putting out a tweet. They said that the Switch 2 release of Tears of the Kingdom has dethroned Clair Obscur for 2025's highest rated game on Metacritic. And there's a lot of people up in arms about that because they're like, this is a re-release. This ain't the actual game. So like, what are we doing here? It shouldn't dethrone Clair Obscur because it's an actual 2025 release. So
That's a good
I've
point.
seen some discourse.
But if the only knock on Tears of the Kingdom previously was the fact that it was 30 FPS, and I'm pretty sure the Switch 2 can do 60,
I think
right?
so. I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
be a huge
dude,
selling point.
that's a big change.
Yeah.
Trust.
It's a different
Trust coming
game.
from a guy, yeah, like seriously, trust from a guy that like plays Halo 2 on sometimes 24 FPS. And if you're playing on certain maps and an explosion happens, you're on like 10. Okay? So
It's how it was
it's a
made.
different, yeah, it's how it's made. It's broken. But with the Switch, man, 30 FPS and then going to 60 FPS in a game that's already gorgeous in its own individual way, right? It's like it's not super high def, crazy intense graphics, but it's just the right type of graphics. It's artistic. It reminds me
Yeah.
of Wind Waker a little bit and how people gave that such a hard time to like it doesn't look nearly as good as the previous games. It's like, yeah, but I mean it's just the art style, dude.
Yeah.
Let it go.
And now
Think
it's a
about
classic.
like the multiverse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that game, dude. One of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Give me a freaking wand. Just whatever he does. A wand to do the air or
Yeah.
whatever.
Do we got to do our top 10 list at some point. All time top 10. Got to do the all time top 10.
All-time games?
We talked about it like, I don't know, a month ago or something like that about doing it
Yeah.
at some point,
I'm
doing like an all time top 10, and then just don't share it with each other, and then we reveal
Yeah,
each number.
I could get with you tomorrow night if you want to. We could jump in, just like get into a chat room and start ranting.
Certainly could. Certainly
It's
could.
up to you.
I
My
mean,
free time is finally coming back, so we're turning this franchise around, baby.
and then yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I may have a little bit of work to do tomorrow night because I have to
Of
do
course.
this like presentation for my little sector at my
Yeah,
at
yeah.
my job. So, and I'm like, because we do one every month, and it's like it's my turn and stuff. So yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one
Yeah,
of those.
that's been a big team building exercise for like decent groups to keep everybody like let me like show me what you got kind of thing, but also something that other people might not know, so it's a good idea to share.
Yeah,
Um,
it's one of those. So
yeah,
it
I'm
is what it
hoping
is.
that yeah, I need to start doing that because I think I'm taking over my like division in the next couple of weeks. So when that happens, I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, let's start doing monthly meetings,
Yeah,
like, and actually try to make a game plan
yeah,
for how to make our department better.
yeah,
And also, like, anybody can open up the floor to concerns. I'm very much gonna be a very chill boss of here's the deadline, do whatever you can to get there.
yeah.
You need more time? I'll get more time for you the best of my ability. You don't need more time? You shouldn't have told me that because I'm just gonna give me more work. Like, dude, my name's on the
Yeah.
door. We could get paid together, but now you're over here. Like, the more work you do, the more crap I gotta check. What are you doing?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyways, shall we just jump in to the next couple articles?
I agree.
Yeah, let's go. Nobody
I agree.
cares about what we're doing at work, man.
I don't care.
They came here to learn about whatever the
Leave it
heck
at the door,
Maingear's up
right?
to.
Leave it at the
Yeah,
door.
leave it over there. Leave it at the window, bro. That I need to cover up at some point.
All right, dude. Maingear. Talked about Maingear at the top briefly. Teased it, but Maingear's Retro95 combines 90s era PC design with modern specs. I thought this was interesting. I didn't really see like just the headline alone. I was like, all right, let me check it out. And then I saw the images and I was like, all right, this is sick. A pre-built sleeper PC for those who miss CRTs and swapping out discs in the middle of games. I mean, you look at them like that's an Apple II right there. You know,
Yeah,
with a Windows 95
really
monitor.
That's right.
Crazy. This is from Tom Moore at The Verge. And he says the following. Maingear is launching a 90s era horizontal desktop with modern components inside. Retro 95 is a beige sleeper build and is for anyone who is nostalgic for the days of Windows 95, floppy disks, dial-up internet, and LAN parties. Retro 95 is a pre-built, customized iteration of the Silverstone FLP01, a case that originated as an April Fool's joke before becoming a reality last year. Maingear is using the latest components inside, including options to kit this out with AMD's Ryzen 7 9800X 3D and RTX 5080, 96 gigs of RAM. That's a lot of RAM.
That's insane.
And 8 terabytes of NVMe storage. And
Why
you
do you
see,
need that much RAM?
yeah, why do you need that? That's a lot of RAM. They showed the kind of tower piece of it, certainly horizontal. See, this is the thing I can almost guarantee you there's 2 fans on the side of this tower. I can almost guarantee you. I see the brown fins. I'm like, that's Noctua, baby. Those are the good fans.
That's so accurate too.
Those are the Noctuas, man. Tried and true. I don't know, that's funny. Well, it looks like there are 2 floppy disk drives at the front. One is just for show and hides an optional 24x DVD-R drive. Floppy disk. The floppy drive conceals a hidden front panel I/O, complete with a headphone jack, USB-C port, and 2 USB-A ports. So, and then they show kind of a GIF or a GIF of the disk going in the disk drive.
Very cool.
And it looks real retro. And then they show the bottom panel. Yeah, it's a cool little front I/O. Nothing crazy.
It makes me feel old.
Yeah, dude, up to 96 gigs of DDR5. What are we doing?
Quite honestly, I want to grab one of these and like bring it into the office and like set it up without anybody noticing.
Be the ultimate like, what are you doing? And then they'd see it and they'd be like, oh wait, this thing runs really well. Like,
yep.
Maingear is also using Noctua fans. Oh, I called it, baby. I
locked in.
Oh, my nerd PC build brain, dude, just went off. Maingear is also using Noctua fans for great cooling performance and low amount of noise, with plenty of ventilation at the sides of the vertical case to keep modern components running without thermal throttling. Yeah, dude. For anyone who is builds PCs or kind of looked into building PCs at all, and you've looked into like regular fans versus like AIOs and all that, everyone knows, everyone preaches how Noctua, like the brown, they kind of look ugly, but they perform like better than majority of other like fans on the market. It's like, it's crazy how quiet they are and how well they perform, and they just look weird. But I love it. There's even the usual power and disk activity LEDs at the front alongside a power and reset buttons. The only thing missing is a turbo button, which could be a fun way to overclock a modern CPU like the 9800X 3D. Maingear's Retro 95 is available today, starting at $1,599. It's part of a limited drop with a PC builder warning. Once they're gone, it's game over. Drop 16 hundo right now,
dude,
like
honestly. So I'm on their website right now. I'm trying to figure out exactly how much what comes with the 1600, because it said basically everything that it could come with, and I don't think it's going to be $1,600. I think it's going to be way more. Let's see. So, okay. Actually, honestly, dude, it's actually a pretty, it's a pretty sick deal. The Retro95 case, just in general, is really sick. You could probably adapt this to whatever feature you want. So I could see people like buying the case alone to build
Yeah.
whatever the heck they want. But yeah, you got the AMD Ryzen 5 9600X. That's really beefy, especially for the price margin. Stock fans, the fans are good. They're Noctua, you said. 16 gigabyte of RGB RAM. No, yes, this is default, right? You get Microsoft Windows 11. I mean, 1 year warranty, comes with RTX 5050, a processing cooler that looks pretty solid, MSI B650 Wi-Fi board. I mean, Wi-Fi can be, those boards aren't the cheapest. 650 watt MSI power supply and 1 terabytes of storage. I mean, dude, this could be a very solid like starter PC for a lot of people if they're in the market for one, and it's good built for like nostalgia. I mean, they're clearly catering to an audience of people that are into retros, um, but it seems very niche. You know,
Yeah,
I wonder what the
sure.
comments are saying. Like, if anybody's actually excited, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think I think overall it's an interesting idea. I mean, the execution looks good, what we're seeing. So, um, I think, I mean, there's certainly people who would be drawn to this. I think it's one of those things. If I, it's kind of hard, I think, with this style. Like, so, like, if you get this monitor too, it would definitely not fit like a multi-monitor setup well, because you just have like a
Yeah.
box and then what I would assume is two widescreen panels, at least, to pair with it. So it wouldn't really fit like a multi-monitor setup too well, I wouldn't think. But I mean, I don't know.
No,
It's
probably not.
cool. I
No.
mean, I think the case alone is like the actual tower case is pretty cool though. And just kind of getting that old retro look.
Dude,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
does it yellow like the old plastic? It's a real question. Like if I leave it
Ooh.
out, I leave sun on it. Does it get yellow over
I mean,
time?
I'll make it yellow if you know what I mean. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Uh,
What you
yeah, I don't know what I mean either. Let's not go there. I'm trying to see if I can buy the monitor though. I
Yeah,
want,
like just the monitor. Be kind of sick.
yeah, just the monitor, just cause like I play loads of retro games all the time. Now I play on the original hardware, but if I'm doing OG stuff, no, sorry, not OG stuff, the emulation on the PC, and you're just like, okay, I got the 2K monitor. You know what? Let's go over here. It's just like the CRT look-alike.
Yeah,
It's not real.
yeah,
It's super boxy. I kind of like the style. It's sort of ugly, and
yeah.
I like that.
Dude,
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
it's true
There's
though.
certain.
PSX will go crazy on this monitor. Are you kidding me? Just fire
That's what
up the
I'm saying,
PlayStation
dude.
1
Yeah,
emulator. It'll go crazy.
heck yeah. Or what's it called? The Dolphin emulator for all the Nintendo ones. Please,
Yeah.
please don't knock us, Nintendo. We'll get to you. We'll get to your topics later, man. Apparently, they got an outlet store for Maingear as well. They got a whole list of products. I mean, clearly they're doing good. They got some solid pre-builts, and they're running crazy specials right now. Yeah. Okay. Well, shout out Maingear if anybody wants to check that out.
Shout
That's
out.
a good article.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Crazy stuff, dude. Look, we have a new entry coming in a beloved series, Mike.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you finally reacted to my message I sent you like 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know. My days have been blending together. About how I said Battlefield. There's probably been like 2 or 3 Battlefields that have come out since the start of Halo Infinite.
Yeah,
And
that's what I said the article.
yeah, it was like right after you sent it. So, anyways, this is Zach Zwazin over at Kotaku. We've covered loads of times. Let me correct my little scene here. Basically, what the article is about is Battlefield 6 was officially announced and is teasing an attack on New York City. So EA and DICE will debut a reveal trailer for the military FPS later this week. Now, this was posted on Tuesday, so I believe the actual trailer and everything has come out. They've done they posted on Twitter initially, I think, or like really small um social media platforms. And I don't know. To me, right off the bat, it looks like Battlefield. It always has that style. But let's get into what Zach had to say. So the next main entry in EA's long-running Battlefield franchise has finally been given a name. Say hello to Battlefield 6. and get ready for a big new trailer on Thursday. So by the time you guys have heard this article um, or listened to us, the trailer had already been released. So you're probably going to know a little bit more than we will. But knowing that, let's get into it. So it's going to reveal more about the upcoming military FPS, and it is in New York City, according to the teaser image. So on July 22nd, after nearly a year of teases, leaks, and alpha tests, Electronic Arts finally confirmed what we all assumed. The next Battlefield game is titled Battlefield 6. The news comes via another teaser for the game's reveal trailer launching July 24th. So there's actually a link from the official Battlefield handles, social media platforms, where they essentially tease what looks like New York City in the backdrop. Was this four soldiers and a whole bunch of Battlefield like planes, tanks, all this stuff phasing in. Same old that you're used to if you're a Battlefield fan. So the news of this trailer came alongside an image of what appears to be New York City on fire, including four soldiers overlooking a damaged Brooklyn Bridge. The Battlefield franchise has mostly avoided U.S. cities as locations, outside of a few exceptions like the Division police-focused spin-off Battlefield Hardline, which was a pretty good game. So this is an interesting overall or reveal. So, meanwhile, on July 22nd, EA confirmed that it plans to hold an open beta for Battlefield 6 and will let players choose between locked weapons and unlocked weapons for the game's various classes. Essentially, should scouts be forced to spawn with snipers or be allowed to use any gun? It's a divisive topic among fans. The open beta will follow months of closed testing. Battlefield 6 doesn't have a release date yet. For the past year, EA, Battlefield Studios, and Battlefield boss Vince Zampella, always mess up his name. So the main guy from Battlefield, they've talked a lot about the next entry in the popular military series. 2021's Battlefield 2042 was a low point for many fans. Many updates later, the game is in a mostly okay place, but it definitely hurt the franchise reputation and had fans worried about the future. Yeah, during that whole fiasco, it's like Battlefield 2042 came out and it just wasn't a complete game, and a lot of people were really upset, especially because the last really good game was Battlefield 4. That game was phenomenal. I love that game, and there are a lot of features in that game that never made it into the newer titles. And yeah, it's been a while since Battlefield 4 as well, so been people having issues with that. Anyways, let's go. So he continues on. Zach Zwaizen over here at Kotaku says, so EA has gone back to the drawing board and brought together many of its internal teams to work together on a massive entry into the series that will look and feel more like Battlefield 4 with its modern military warfare. Reportedly, Battlefield 6 budget is over $400 million, and the development of the game has been a mess. Soon, we'll find out if all that money and time has been worth it. Yikes. How do you take it?
Bang,
What
bang,
do you
bang.
think, Kyle?
Hey, man. They need a hit. That's all I know. This needs to be a hit, I think, if they want to get back on track. So I'm
Yeah.
curious. I'm really curious to see, like, especially in New York and stuff. Again, like they mentioned, this not too many U.S. related Battlefield games. So that's got me interested to see. Okay, how are they going to put New York into this? It's going to be interesting. But I mean, overall, man, like I think to your point, they have to take some of the old, like what made the older Battlefields really good. Just try and harness that again. They just haven't been able to. And it doesn't help too when your game's just in like development hell. You just can't seem to
Yep.
kind of get things in control. And then that spills into the game. So I just I mean it doesn't I mean hearing that at the end of the article, it's like it's certainly been a mess trying to get things over the line. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see this. I'm like more curious than ever though to see a Battlefield reveal at this point.
I agree with you. I mean, spending $400 million, I mean, that's kind of chump change for EA. They
Yeah.
spent so much money on all their different games. But at the same time, man, you can't be spending all that money and produce virtually nothing or not have a good product. And if you keep tarnishing the brand, you're going to lose the audience. And it's going to be really annoying because I feel like as an FPS like shooter fan in that genre, and I feel like I have no home to go to.
Oh yeah. I can
Like,
understand that. I mean,
I mean, Halo's chalked, and has been for a long time. Battlefield has been in a rough place, and you got to be a certain type of player to only play Battlefield. And I mean, Call of Duty, bro, the amount of BS that you experience every single time you play, it's just not worth it.
Mm.
So where do you go?
Uh,
Like, I want to play Split. Honestly, that's why I've been playing Mecha Break because
yeah.
that's my shooter, and that's not even really a shooter. It has built-in auto aim because you're a robot with auto lock. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Um, I don't know, man. I just don't feel. I just don't know what we're supposed to do. Hopefully, this game doesn't stink. Hopefully, we get a really good trailer, and hopefully, they go back to kind of the basics of what made Dice so good.
Yeah. I mean, you can only hope, but yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I mean, I'd love to see Battlefield make a comeback of some sort. So, always hoping for the best with these. But yeah, I get that. I mean, for me, I haven't really touched an FPS in a while. I mean, like, an actual true one that I played consistently. I mean, one that I played consistently, it's probably been, years. I mean, I think the most I played an FPS consistently in the past like 4 or 5 years is probably like, a week or something like that. And then I'm on to the next.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's hard to find
true.
something to consistently grind these days. I'll
Yeah,
say that.
hard to
So
keep the attention. And these guys are in for a quick buck half the time. So it's like they don't really focus on making quality games as much.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and I mean that's the thing too. It's just yeah, it's a space that I mean it's not dead, but I think I mean there's a lot of FPS games out there that I mean there's a bunch of people still grinding CS and Valorant and all that. Like I mean
Yeah.
that's certainly not dead. So I mean I don't know. I do think though we speak for an audience that used to love FPS and played a lot, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like we haven't had a new game that's really like garnered our attention. Everyone's just playing the old stuff. Like
Yeah, and
so
it feels like there's nothing really new, unfortunately.
yeah.
Um, I don't know, maybe I guess Valorant's probably one of the best new intros to the FPS
Yeah.
genre, and it's just
It's like
CS:GO with
I mean if you
with
think
the
about it, that's 5 years old.
twist.
Like Valorant's
Oh yeah,
5, dude. It's
that's what I mean.
crazy.
But it's successful though. It's
Yeah,
very
it
successful.
is. But yeah, it's like it's one of those
Apex
things.
Legends.
Yeah, I mean Apex what 6? I mean it's
Yeah,
not.
probably. I think 2018 it came out
It was
right
2019.
around
It was 29.
Fortnite.
I remember it
Was
was
it?
29. I
Yeah.
think it was like let's say it was like February 2019. It was like beginning of the year. It like
Oh
shadow
wow.
dropped. Yeah, it was 6 years ago. Valorant was 5. Um, that's kind of the thing. I mean, you had COD for a
Hmm.
little while. I mean, especially Warzone and stuff. Like COD sort of came back for a little bit. Um,
Yeah. I
but
think I think it was the genre that broke out, not so much the first person shooter aspect of it.
yeah,
Like PUBG kind of carried. Arma's always been there, that kind of been around for a while. But how
right.
do we feel about Battlefield going into New York City, and especially a modern twist because it looks as though it's a modern skyline, and that would be really cool. I
Yeah.
want to see some like end of days kind of like Olympus Has Fallen or whatever the heck it's called.
That could
Is
be
that what it's
interesting.
called? Is that the movie? Like,
I mean, I don't know why I'm thinking Cloverfield. That's like, I mean, that is New York, I think. But
no.
um,
Olympus Has Fallen is
is
where,
it like the president, something with the
yeah,
president or something like
yeah.
that?
Morgan Freeman's the president, and
Yeah.
it's like a tragic event, and everything goes basically to hell.
So it's
Gerard
Division.
Butler, sick. Yeah,
Division, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm just curious to see New York, and it's like how they do, how they bring New York and into the universe. So, I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of how they twist that, and what kind of
oh
a
yeah,
war or whatever they have going on to kind of create the game. I don't know, man. It'll be interesting. I'm definitely gonna be watching this when it drops. And
same.
see see what they got cooking, dude. See if they're burning the food before it drops. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, dude. All right,
uh,
at least that's pretty cool. That's a good story to catch up on.
yeah. But you know what we have to talk about now, Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got to talk about delusion. That's where I'm at.
Oh, dude. Even more stuff coming out of Ubisoft camp this week. I don't know if this
They
article
can't
is going to cover
stop, dude.
everything.
Bro, they've been
There's a lot.
taking L's for like 4 straight years. It's crazy.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Uh, this is from Grace Benthel over at GameSpot. Ubisoft claims its microtransactions make games more fun. Publisher plans to continue utilizing sustainable microtransactions. Just gonna give a pause for dramatic effect.
Live in a world of delusion, bro.
Ubisoft recently affirmed its commitment to microtransactions, not only as a business model, but as something that makes games more fun, in quotes. Publisher has faced criticism from both players and press in the past for its implementation of features like paid XP boost in its single-player games. Single-player games, by the way. Crazy.
Cool.
Nevertheless, Ubisoft has boasted some major hits in its single-player portfolio over the last New Year's. Last New Year's? A few years? What are we talking about?
Mass New Year's.
Last New Year's, anyway. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or as some say, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Valhalla. Great classic meme. I love that. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Shadows were both financial successes. I mean, technically, okay, Valhalla, sure, that was a success, but pandemic played a huge part in that, I believe. But like, it was a big game. It was bloated. That game was a massive dude. It was like, it's like 60 hours if you like rush it. Like, it was bad. As part of this most recent annual report via Eurogamer, publisher restated its intentions to continue implementing microtransactions in full-priced single-player games. Pause for dramatic effect. And otherwise.
Why are they? I just don't like it. It makes me sad inside.
The report expresses a desire to respect the player experience. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I feel respected, dude. Yeah, buy my game. By the way, you have to pay more money to get the other features in the game that you just bought.
Look,
you know what this reminds me of, dude? This reminds me of like, do you remember what chip bags were like in the freaking 90s, dude? Filled to the brim. And it used to be a problem where you were like trying to open up the bag without cracking and destroying all the chips inside. And then they decided, I got an idea. Let's only fill it up halfway now. So we're selling air. Cool. Cool. It's like that BS where they're like, I'm going to put nitrogen in your tires. It'll make them last longer. It's like, that's not how it works, bro. Dude. Late stage capitalism got me effed up, dude.
Listen,
got
man.
Me messed up.
Listen, Mike, it's all good because they're going to be using sustainable monetization. It's all good.
Yeah, sustainable until your business implodes on itself because you can't make a good game.
Quadruple A, all right? Quadruple A games, okay, Mike?
Quadruple A for every assault that they had in there. Jeez.
The report's rhetoric attempts to strike a balance between centering microtransactions as part of the company's financial strategy while reassuring players that they won't go too far. Are you sure about that? That's all I think about. Listen, it states, and I quote, Mike, the golden rule when developing premium games is to allow players to enjoy the game in full without having to spend more. That statement seems to be at odds with the sentence that follows. It says, quote, our monetization offer within premium games makes the player experience more fun by allowing them to personalize their avatars or progress more quickly.
Who wrote this?
Who said this?
I like the last line of this article, and that's all that matters.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, you keep it going.
While allowing players to buy progression boost does not equate to locking content behind a paywall, it does allow for designing a grind-heavy experience that encourages players to pay up. Because why would you put that in the game? There was not some way to make it unbearable to a certain extent. Like, you don't want to make it like people don't want to play your game, but like you make it to a point where it's like, okay, it's good enough where it's like, all right, I might buy the 20 gold or whatever I need just to make it better. Like that's their goal, you know?
Bro, the amount of developers now that just add fluff to the games and make it a grind heavy mess where it's just repeatable nonsense in different areas, like the same missions, the same tactics and side quests, just to say, oh, we have like 20 hours of extra gameplay. It's like, bro, when I do that, it's 20, it's basically 15 minutes of gameplay that I have to do 2,000 times to get the 20 hours. What are we talking about, man?
What are we talking about?
So, yeah, it just infuriates me. I'm upset.
Another related news to Ubisoft. The company addressed the Stop Killing Games movement in an official statement. And earlier in July, ex-Ubisoft bosses were convicted of workplace harassment, which we covered on this channel. So, here we are. This is it.
Oh,
This is
Lord.
it. And if you scroll down, it continues into the next article about the Stop Killing Games movement. Yves Guillemot says nothing is eternal when it comes to games preservation and keeping titles online. So if you want to continue to be triggered, you can click the article link in the description and then just scroll down and just read, keep reading, and you'll probably pop a blood vessel. So yeah, it's up to you, I guess, if you want to do that. We leave that to the viewer, you know.
Dude, the community backlash in this comment section. Holy moly. Like here are a couple of them. The oxymoron of the decade, and then in quotes, sustainable microtransactions, not with my money in all caps. Really trying to get people back on the side here, Ubisoft. I'm not gonna read the long ones, but then it's like Ubisoft is ran by little robots. Um, why does sustainable microtransactions taste like vomit in my mouth when I say it? Uh, FFS for people that are English, they know that that means.
Yeah.
Ubisoft is just so full of it these days. This is giving off single player games are dead mentality. I like that one.
Oh man.
Nothing I'll love more than spending $70 on a brand new game to pay more money on 10 minutes of gameplay or garbage skins. Dude, what the? It comes as no surprise that Ubisoft is failing as a company when they have idiots that say stupid S like this and they're in charge.
That's the thing, man. I just look. I can't help myself. I'm reading. I was like reading a little bit of the article about the stock killing games and Yves Guillemot's comments. He said during Ubisoft shareholders meeting, CEO Yves Guillemot was asked to address the goals of stop killing games. He replied that games aren't meant to last forever. Because it's like it's. I feel like his mindset is like it's like, you know, when you go to like I don't know, you go and see a movie or something, and that experience is 2 hours. Like you buy a ticket to see that. Like it doesn't last forever, right? Like you experience it for a certain period, and then like you know you experience it. See, the only problem with the movie is like you can experience it again later, as many times as you want, right? And so it gets to a point where like you have these games like The Crew, where it's like they get shut off, and it's like, and I get at the time they made it, they didn't develop any sort of like maybe like peer to peer hosting or something like that. But I think
Yeah.
like I think what would be nice is if they like as part of the development effort they said, okay, let's figure out a way to like host this content in a way where it doesn't require a dedicated server. You know what I mean? It's like you could just like fire it up with some buddies, someone can host and play. So I don't know. I feel like it's probably something games should consider doing, especially to like for longevity's sake, and to not be like, oh yeah, by the way, like this game's eventually just gonna shut down forever, and then you're screwed. And then like 20 years from now, when you're trying to play with your son or daughter, sorry, like I don't know, man.
I dude, I kind of get it, but I just don't agree with any of this aspect. It's you know what it feels like? Let's try to make this comparatively to a different type of product. You go to the store, you buy yourself not necessarily a necessity, but something that will make your life more enjoyable. Okay? So what would that be? Let's consider playing cards, right? You and your friends you get together and you play cards. You have a whole mixed bag of whatever different cards you can play. You can play freaking Go Fish. Who cares, right? You can play War, right? The tactic that they're doing here is like they sell you about 95% of the game at full price. Like at 95% of the deck of cards they sell to you. In order for you to get 5% more, you basically have to pay about like half the price of the full deck. Okay, that's kind of trash. And now they're starting to get to the point where they're trying to basically say when they're done supporting the deck of cards and they're done making the deck of cards. They just come into your house, grab your deck of cards, and light it on fire in front of you, and then say you can no longer play deck of cards.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing,
Yeah.
and nobody's really saying anything about it. How is this like? They're basically trying to control sole ownership of the products they create, and I don't think there's any other industry that I can think of that does that. Like, at all. Like, you buy something, you take it home, and they still own it. They have full control and autonomy over it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's like
how is that
it's
possible?
like physical media, man. Even physical media, like for games,
You can-
it's just a license key, bro. This game's not on the disc, dude. It's ridiculous out here. I just don't get
Yeah,
it.
but
And now we're giving out
that's
codes, man. You get a
yeah, no, but
case, and then you get a code, and then you type in the code, and then your account is deleted in 5 years, and then you don't have your game anymore, and then you just have a piece of plastic sitting on your bookshelf, dude.
you better be connected to the internet all the time.
Yeah, God forbid
All
we
the
start.
time.
God forbid it's internet goes down. If
Yeah,
World
it's a
War
wrap.
Five at that point, we're
Can't
just
play nothing.
you're
Can't play
like
nothing,
you
man.
can't entertain yourself with a video game. Good luck. You better hope you downloaded some ROMs over the years, and you just happen to have a totally legal like version of Dolphin that you can play.
Just yeah, totally illegal. Okay. Uh, it's so full of crap, right? Am I crazy? It's just
It's yeah, dude. It's just so bad. I think a lot of people are starting to realize that. Like people are starting to like. There's a lot of people that are starting to like finally realize, especially over the past couple of years, when like you have companies starting to shut games down and stuff, and you're realizing like, oh wait, like I don't actually own these games I'm downloading
any of
from
it. Yeah.
Steam or these
No.
whatever. I don't actually own any of this, and like my account gets banned, I'm kind of just screwed. Like I can't just all that money, thousands of dollars, just down the
Yeah,
drain.
just gone. Just gone. And that's one of the reasons why I keep all my hard copies of freaking everything. I have like a collection over here. By the way, scooped up another Guitar Hero controller.
Oh man,
Those things are like liquid gold if you can find them.
for real.
Um, but basically, it's like you got to keep your physical games now because they're going to be worth so much in the future. When you get people that grew up playing those games, like think about how much money N64s go for now. They're basically going for the original price that they were in the 90s. And I know inflation, you could say it's not as much, but the point I'm saying is there's still that audience where people are like, I want to play the old games again. I want to play the ability to just not have to deal with the BS, man. I don't want to have a freaking gold membership for Xbox Live, right? PSN network, or now Nintendo's doing their stuff just so you can play the old retro games that you already own. It's just a game, dude.
It's
Hell,
just a game.
let me play my game.
This is a piece of art that I cannot own. I can enjoy it for a limited time. Cannot own
Yeah.
it.
Well, I'm just not gonna buy that game then. Basically, that's why everything's gonna go the subscription model. And when it
Yeah,
gets
here
up
we
to
are.
like $50 a month, see ya.
Hmm.
I'm gone.
Hmm.
Bye.
Hmm. Peace.
Adios, amigo. Yeah.
Later. It's nice knowing you.
Yeah.
You got too bougie.
Same.
Sorry.
Yeah. You got too uppity. Can't afford it anymore.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Subscription model. And the subscription models, you can't even like. It's a very limited subset of a library, and obviously they do that because one I don't know. I don't know if they could give us everything. I mean, they probably could, but like if they could just give us access to every game, that'd be nuts. But also like to a certain extent, it's like okay, you can't. You gotta spice it up. You gotta give incentive for people to stay subscribed, right? You can't just.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, I mean, now when they keep doing these remakes of all these different games, it's not even a true remake anymore. It's like this one story mode, and then you don't have anything else that the original games had.
yeah.
So it's not even nearly as good or as fun.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like,
they're
dude, I'd rather just go back and play the other stuff.
I do. I also have to push back to that point though, and also say like, man, there's been some good remakes that have come out in the last like 4 or 5 years. Like Resident Evil 4, Fire remake, Silent Hill 2,
Yeah.
Fire remake came out last year. There's some diamonds in the rough, but yeah, there's some that are just
Yeah,
like
but
cash grabs.
I'm speaking more general though, It's tough.
I get it, man. I mean, we can talk about Nintendo trying to, make some good entertainment.
That's true. We can definitely go into that. So I'm pretty excited to talk about this one because we found out last week that the casting was announced for The Legend of Zelda. I think it's a pretty good cast so far. More probably to be announced, but let's get into a Screen Rant article by Jack Walters, who's published this week. It's called Every Upcoming Nintendo Video Game Movie. So we do know about two of these. I'm really excited for the other two that I kind of found out about today. While Nintendo is best known for its video games, the company has done an excellent job of translating its beloved characters onto the big screen in recent years. Whether it's Super Mario or Pokemon, they have countless properties that are gradually coming together into an expansive Nintendo Cinematic Universe. NCU, let's go. See ya, Marvel. Featuring some of the most commercially successful animated movies of the past few years. While Super Mario Bros. Movie kicked off this franchise, Nintendo have plans to expand beyond the Mushroom Kingdom over the next few years. So, several exciting sequels are officially in development at the studio, primarily in collaboration with Universal Pictures. Can't hate on Universal, man. I'm so excited for going to actually see like Super Mario World. Gotta go back. It's just so expensive. And a few projects with more uncertain futures that fans are desperately waiting for updates on. The Super Mario Bros. Movie 2, release date April 3rd, 2026. Bro, that's 10 months away, man. Just 10.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
crazy.
Alrighty, so that Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 is a direct sequel to Nintendo's smash hit animated film from 2023. Dang, it was 2023. Oh my god. Which introduced audiences to Mario, Luigi, and several other key figures from the Mushroom Kingdom. The first movie was a huge commercial success, quickly climbing the charts and becoming one of the highest grossing movies of all time. That was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, 2023 is
The,
crazy. Well, like last
when did
year.
that happen? When did that happen?
What?
We just zoom in. I got to slow down the world, bro. The movie stars Chris Pratt as Mario with Charlie Day, Jack Black, and Anya Taylor Joy. Is it Anya? Anya? Whatever. Um,
Anya.
finishing out the animated ensemble. While very few details have been released about the story of the Super Mario Bros. 2, it's clear that the Nintendo's upcoming sequel will expand upon the world of the video game with new characters and familiar locations. The ending of the Super Mario Bros. Movie teased the arrival of Yoshi, the lovable green dinosaur who has served as Mario's loyal companion throughout Nintendo's video game franchise. His character will likely play a major role in the upcoming sequel, while countless other figures from throughout Super Mario history will also surely make an appearance. The Mario Bros. Movie 2 is currently slated for release on April 3rd, 2026, with many rumored suggesting that it will be officially titled Super Mario World. The lack of updates surrounding the sequel can likely be put down to Nintendo's desire to build an entire cinematic universe from the property, with many spin off movies on the horizon. So there is a quote here. It is through none of these spin offs have been officially announced. There are countless rumors. Um, about where the Super Mario franchise may go after Super Mario World. So there is development on the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2, with largely halted by the SAG-AFTRA writer's strike in 2023, which gave the studio more time to consider the film's role in the context of the larger franchise with spin off properties and solo movies. Though none of these spin offs have been officially announced, these are countless rumors about where the franchise may go after Super Mario World. Nice, dude. You got anything to say about that? Should I just continue on to the next one?
All I'll say is it's crazy that that was 2 years ago, and we're already less than a year out from the second one. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
I'm
What?
actually looking forward to the second one. I
Me
love the
too.
first
Me
movie.
too. Yeah, no, it was good. I saw it like right at the tail end of the theater release window. Glad I
Mhm.
saw it in theaters.
Very clean too. Oh, all right, let's go. The next one, The Legend of Zelda. Sweet. So, The Legend of Zelda is the only movie officially in development at Nintendo that isn't a sequel or spin-off of another movie. The film will be loosely inspired by the Legend of Zelda video game series, and the story reportedly drawing inspiration from games such as Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. That is dope, dude. Both those games are really good. Um, Nintendo's live-action Legend of Zelda movie has been delayed a few times as the studio has spent the past few months searching for the perfect cast, but finally, two breakthrough stars have recently been cast in the lead roles. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth and Bo Bragason will play protagonists, Link and Princess Zelda, respectively. It's unclear whether The Legend of Zelda is intended to be connected to the rest of Nintendo's video game movies, but the live action format makes it unlikely that there will be a crossover between projects. The story of The Legend of Zelda will reportedly be slightly more mature, still aimed towards young audiences, but taking advantage of the complex storytelling of the video games. I like that idea,
I
to
know
be
that got
honest,
you
because
excited. I remember you talking about the like
yeah,
it
because
takes that mature undertone. Oh,
yeah, it could be really good because the truth of the matter is the story is really like intense
yeah.
if you really pay attention. So they could really go into some adult content, but also keep it good for everybody. It can be an everybody kind of movie.
Which is the goal.
Anyways, yeah. Nintendo movie. The Nintendo movie now has a prospective release date of May 7th, 2027, giving it plenty of space from the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 and preventing any kind of competition at the box office. This release date also makes it unlikely that any other Nintendo projects will come out in the summer of 2027. The Legend of Zelda will be directed by Wes Ball, whose previous credits includes the Maze Runner trilogy and the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The later of these projects is well known for its motion capture effects and impressive CGI, perhaps hinting that Ball will be working with similar technologies in this video game adaptation. One thing I want to mention is Wes Ball is apparently a huge Legend of Zelda fan, so that's always good to know. You got anything to add, brother?
Yeah, dude. I was just thinking about too. They talk about the prospective release date of May 7th, 2027. Because I was thinking like it's so crazy that they announce these movies 2 years out or whatever. They're just like, oh yeah, it's coming out then for sure.
Oh yeah.
However, when I really think about it, and especially in terms of like comparing it to video games, how video games oftentimes have delays or change schedules and whatnot. I think in at least I like to think in a movie standpoint, you kind of know it's probably easier to gauge like how long it would take, right? Because there's not
Oh
too
yeah.
many crazy new technologies or anything you have to worry about in terms of like editing or filming. It's like I think everyone has a pretty general idea of like, okay, this is how long it'll take to film, this is how long post production is gonna take. Like it's probably way easier to gauge than video games. So I think it probably makes sense whenever you're saying like, oh, this is planned to come out in 2 years. It's like, okay, yeah, it makes sense to give an exact date because you probably can hit that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's a. I think things are looking up just for the whole entire sequel and just Nintendo in general for all the movies and potential that they could bring in, including what you're saying. All right, should we go on to the third? Okay, so the second movie, or technically the third on our list, is Detective Pikachu 2. Did you get a chance to watch Detective Pikachu yet?
I was afraid you were gonna ask, and
Yeah, yeah.
sorry to
You
report.
just keep every day.
You literally
Every day
told
you let
me.
me down.
You
Every
told me
day.
what so long ago. Go watch
Dude,
Detective
I told
Pikachu.
dude, I watched it when it came out and I immediately yelled at all of you. And I was like, "Go watch this movie. It is awesome. It is awesome. If you've ever played listen to me. If you've ever played a Pokemon game, go watch Detective Pikachu. And if you don't, you're just missing out. You're just wrong. I don't know what else to say. It came out on May 10th, 2019. Come on, grow up. Go watch it.
It was a
All
pre-pandemic
right.
thing. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
forever
dude.
ago.
It's really good. Okay, let's go. Although it's been over 6 years since the original movie's release, a sequel to Detective Pikachu is officially on the way. The project was confirmed in 2023, but very few updates have been announced since then. It seems as though the sequel has been severely delayed by the lingering effects of COVID-19 and the Hollywood strikes of 2023. The most recent updates about Detective Pikachu 2 came from lead star Justice Smith, who revealed in January 2024 that his communication with the studio has been limited. Speaking with Screen Rant, the actor confirmed that, in quotes, I know what was released online, but no one has called me, so I'm just waiting for that call. Hopefully, they don't replace the guy. It's pretty good. Um, Continuing on, the future looks very uncertain, but the studio is clearly committed to making the project happen eventually. The majority of the production issues seem to hail from the film's constantly changing crew. Rob Letterman was originally set to return as director, but he was later replaced by Jonathan Crizzle in 2023, with Chris Galetta joining as the writer. This Pokemon sequel is certainly one of the studio's most uncertain projects, but the huge success of Detective Pikachu means that Nintendo won't give it up too easily. The first movie pulled in over $433 million across the world, and a sequel would likely perform just as well given the sheer amount of possibilities regarding new characters, familiar locations, and fresh video game references. Dude, the Pokemon sequel, when you're in and watching Detective Pikachu, the entire time I was like, bro, can they make an entire world just like this? Because it looked phenomenal. Imagine having like Ash Ketchum start to finish, going gyms to gyms, and like Pokemon training. That'd be so sick.
Go kind of
So
hard,
sick.
dude.
Super hard.
Ella.
Yeah. You know what else would go hard here is the last movie on the list. And I remember hearing about this um, pretty much right after Super Mario was released. And everybody's like, they need to do a standalone movie of Donkey Kong. And that is
Mm.
what number one is. So while there's been no official comment from Nintendo or Universal about this potential spinoff, the news recently broke at the studios have claimed the copyright for the Donkey Kong movie. The character was first introduced in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, where he was voiced by Seth Rogen. Honestly, awesome, awesome casting choice. The movie also included several other members of the video game family, including Diddy Kong and Cranky Kong. Donkey Kong will almost certainly be the first of several Mario spin-offs that Universal and Nintendo have been planning, building on the enormous success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie in 2023. Given just how frequently these characters have crossed paths in video games, tying the character stories together shouldn't be too difficult. As there have been no official comment from Nintendo yet, it's hard to say exactly which Donkey Kong video game the upcoming movie will draw inspiration from. But there are countless fascinating options. The spin-off could be a simple continuation of Donkey Kong's storyline from the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but games like Tropical Freeze or Mario vs. Donkey Kong open the door for some great ideas.
Ooh.
Ooh, buddy. There's also Donkey Kong Bonanza. It has also received excellent reviews following its debut on the Nintendo Switch 2. So Nintendo may capitalize on the newfound hype by tying their new movie to this popular video game. Whatever route the studio decides to take, their charming animation style blended with Rogan's entertaining vocal performance is sure to be a recipe for success. And then we got this like quick little video of basically Super Smash Bros. Had found
1889 is crazy.
yeah. 1889 is when Nintendo was founded, and it was as
So,
I think it was actually as a card game initially. Does that sound
mm,
right? I know there's gonna be a Nintendo nerd that's just like, that's
I
why
don't
is this?
I don't know the lore, dude.
Oh, there's a serious lore history. Nintendo was founded as Nintendo Kapai on September 23, 1889 by craftsman Yomachi. Oh gosh, dude, I can't. It's not appropriate to produce and distribute Japanese playing cards. Yeah, so it's a playing card
Wow.
game, and there's like an original set.
Meanwhile, we have HT in the comments of this article. He said, or they said, so tired of seeing movies based on video games. Then what makes it worse is that they're doing Nintendo-based stuff. SMH, hating that, hating that. What is this guy?
Bro,
Listen,
they're. I mean, dude, Nintendo.
I loved. I like a Super Mario movie. I loved, man. And apparently,
I
and
thought it was pretty
you're
good.
raving about Detective Pikachu. I gotta see it, dude. It's also
I
good.
thought Detective Pikachu was like really good.
They've been killing it, bro. Hating that, dude. I can't with these people. It's crazy.
It is okay. So this person is just all over the place. They're like, Nintendo's overrated. You should try these other titles. Um, if you that are must see that aren't Nintendo. It's like Minecraft 2, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime, Angry Birds 3. I hear there's going to be a Gears of War series by Netflix at some point. Just speculation from old news a while back. Dude, I don't think they're going to know how to do Gears of War. You need to make Gears of War rated R. If
For
you're going to
sure.
do Gears of War, like if
I
if you're
mean,
not doing rated R, like
yeah. You do
what are we doing
God
here?
of War the movie. I mean, come on. Next God of
Yeah.
War games taking place in Egypt. That's what rumors say. So I mean,
Ooh,
they do like in
kinda cool.
Egypt.
Oh yeah.
God of War movie. I don't know. That'd be kind of crazy. You'd have to get like the Mountain or someone to play Kratos. I don't know who you get to play Kratos.
Mountain's pretty old now, man. He's probably like in his 50s.
I don't know.
Is he? He's an old guy. Get
Get
up there.
who could you get? I mean, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I don't know.
Dude, we can't be using the same guys that've been around for like 30 years, bro. Let's mix it up a little bit.
Henry Cavill, dude. We need someone with a big physique. He loves games. I'm sure he's played God of War.
He's definitely played God of War. I think you said that's like one of his happy things to do. But the point I would like to make is I don't think Nintendo's overrated. I think they're using classic tropes, classic game types, not game types, genres, and like story-driven content that will actually work. And I'm mostly looking forward to another Detective Pikachu and Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, listen, man. Like, he's been doing well, so that's my thing. I mean, even Minecraft movie I enjoyed, and so I don't know. It's I don't know, I've been enjoying the video game adaptations for the most part haven't been bad. I mean, with the exception of like the Resident Evil stuff, that's like it's been for some reason no one can make a good adaptation of Resident Evil. It's just always bad. Yeah. Like that's one example that just never hits. I don't know. I mean, I've heard mixed stuff about like the Mortal Kombat movie and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's kind of. I mean, there's some stuff that obviously doesn't hit well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nintendo. It's like you can make a kids movie. You make a kids movie. You already know you have can have potential contenders to gross the highest stuff when you have kids on your side. So, because everyone's been like, "Mom, Dad, I want to go see Mario." Like, it's just crazy, bro.
That's right.
It's just it's how it is, dude. Kids dictate the entertainment sometimes, so gotta adhere. But like, I mean, I think it's even. Like, I'm a grown man, but with my roommates, it was fun. We enjoyed it. We're all adults.
I don't see anything wrong with that, man.
It was fun, man. It was good. I mean, that's the point. I think it's just I don't know. It's a good movie overall. So all these hating other truckers, bro, can't do it.
That's right.
And
all right, man. I feel like we knocked out our articles for this week.
Sure
Unless
did,
you had
man.
any secret ones laying out there somewhere.
No, I mean, like I said, I mean, there was like the Ubisoft one. I know we didn't cover all of the Ubisoft stuff. There's only one kind of piece I wanted to mention about the Ubisoft stuff. So like Ubisoft, they're naming co-CEOs of spinoff. So it's Christophe. I don't know. I think I'm saying that right. Christophe Durenez, but the one of note is Charlie Guillemot. Does that sound familiar? They talked about apparently like Assassin's Creed. They're playing for Rainbow, Far Cry, whatever. They were like talking about that. But yeah, so Ubisoft has set both of them as co-CEOs of a new subsidiary. So runs in the family, baby. Guillemot, you made Guillemot proud.
He's back. Great.
The Guillemot. Yeah, he's the son of Yves Guillemot. So runs in the family, bro. I mean, it is a family business, so.
Yeah, but
it's been doing too well. But,
it's that type of nepotism I'm not interested in. You know what I mean?
It goes crazy, man. It goes crazy. That's for sure.
Ugh.
It's just all over the place, man. Listen, dude. Ubisoft, they keep making quadruple A games. They'll be quadruply bajillion dollars in debt. So there you go. I was trying to come up with something clever there, but just nothing hit. So quadruply bajillion dollars in debt.
Yeah, I think they're cashing checks that they what's it called? They're writing checks they can't cash.
Yeah.
I could see Ubisoft going under in the next like year or so, but I also felt that way
2 years ago.
Yeah, so they just keep trucking along.
It was so, dude. So bad. Was that? It was last year, right? Where they just had like the complete flop of a presentation over a summer game fest. It was just so bad.
It might have. I mean, it might have been like 2 years ago because last year they skipped out on their Ubisoft Forward, didn't they?
Was that like last year? I couldn't remember if it was 2 years ago.
Saddest Ubisoft Forward.
Maybe it was 2 years ago. Just like so bad, dude. I don't know. It's just rough. It's crazy that Summer Games Fest for 2025 was nearly 2 months ago now. That's also crazy. Dude, we're almost at Gamescom, dude. What's happening? We're like a month away from Gamescom. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's nuts. All right, well, I mean, hey, go into fall. Hopefully the news will pick up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Some
It'll pick up.
crazy stuff.
All the devs, all the companies are just enjoying the end of their quarter twos, and they're hanging out, enjoying the summer weather. A little bit of a grind, and a little bit of a breather, and they're gonna be pushing hard in the fall for all the new releases. Then winter we're gonna be back to chilling. It's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, like in the meantime, for some of my YouTube entertainment, I just throw
Oh
on
yeah.
some old like either dev studio like lore history videos or like backstories and stuff like that. I'll throw that on every now and again. It's nice to hear because like I was recently refreshed on like Naughty Dog and like their development practices before they stopped doing insane crunch. Because for the longest time
Yeah.
they were known for just ridiculous crunch that was just like gross. And then and then after Last of Us Part 2, they were like, all right, yeah, we should probably put in a practice to not burn people out. So now they're like sustainable, but it's just wild. It's like the Uncharted, because like I saw something on like Uncharted 4 and how that was just like they had one person working on the game who had worked on the previous 3 games, directed it. She was like phenomenal. She did really well, and then all of a sudden there was like some sort of discrepancy or something happened in the company, and then that's when Neil Druckmann got put in to direct that game, and they just kind of threw him in with someone else. And they ended up turning the game around in like 18 months or something ridiculous. Like it was something that like shouldn't have happened, and it was like insane crunch. And then like Neil stayed, and now he's like head of the studio. But like the other guy that was also like co-writing and like co-heading the project, apparently like he's out of video games at this point. He just like quit after that, and he's like not even in the industry anymore. It's crazy, man.
Sometimes that happens. Like you just get burnt out or something.
Yeah, the burnt out so bad. You're like, I'm changing careers.
Yeah,
that's so. Oh, gosh, that's crazy, man. It happens. That's what I was saying. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm using to fill in some of my time. Between games. I'm also playing some games, but also just trying to study up on these studios to be more knowledgeable for you, the viewer at home.
We're trying to get in the know, guys.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Right. So shall we wrap it up then?
Yep.
Wrap it up for protection.
Go.
All right. So without further ado, if you guys stuck around, we totally appreciate it. Hopefully the pace that we had was pretty steady. I feel like it was. We yapped mostly about the upcoming Nintendo video game movie adaptations that are honestly I was really excited about. But we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. There are links in the description below you can check out. You can give love to the original writers of the articles. We always try to shout them out whenever we read the articles. But really, without further ado, the social media links are down there, timestamps as well. You can always come back. All the articles are all of our episodes are basically the same format. And without further ado, we're gonna try to get you guys some more content. So we appreciate you. We'll see you next week, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's been the M2 Podcast. I'm MikeWillEatU, and that is KyleHeath. We'll see you later. Peace out.
Keep gaming, guys.
Keep gaming. Keep gaming, baby.